And we are live. We're not live. Are we live? Some technical issues. Bear with me, bear with me. One second, please. We are live. Different link. We'll post the link in just a minute. Sorry about the technical issues. Okay. So, who's with me? Let me know in the chat. Good evening. Good morning. Hey, Daniel. Thanks for joining. Hi, Iran. Bear with me as this is not my first, but hi Anton, hi Shlomi, hi Asaf, Daniel, Avi. Thank you all for joining. Hi Golan, hi everyone. Thank you very much for your time and patience, of course. Some technical issues, but I think we are over them. Let me know if you hear me good, if the sound is okay. Hi Shlomi, hi Amit, hi Or, hi Barak. How is the sound picture? Let me know. Hi Alon. Just let me know everyone is hearing. Shlomi, thank you for joining. Hear and see you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. First live preparation. Wish me luck. So, first, what do we see? We see here, this is my screen. This is almost 24/7 up. this screen, we have futures 4 hours, we have the futures 15 minutes, we have here down here SPY 15, and we have the SPY 65. Why 65? Because 6 candles of 65 minutes is a complete trading day, 1 day candle. If you do the 60 minutes, the last candle is always only 30 minutes. So we are looking for complete and full candles. So we use the 65 minutes. Hi all. Thank you everybody. Thank you Golan, Shlomi, thank you everyone. Now, if we take a look, when I prepare for the coming trading day, I look at the US 4 hours and I look at the US 15 minutes. Let's go. Always zoom out, zoom in to get a better point of view of price action. And as we can see, this red line, the 44.53 was a very tough resistance, very important support over here until it broke to the downside. So now we have some kind of a bounce of the 43.35, and I'm expecting at least towards this red trend line that holds as resistance for the lower highs, and going towards the 44.53. I am expecting this area, the 44.53 and the 44.66, to be a very tough resistance for the bulls. Breaking up and above, we have the levels to the upside, 45. To the upside is next. Then, once the trade session is started, I'm following both futures 15 minutes and the SPY. Why do I watch them both? First and foremost, most importantly, on the futures we have no gaps. So I can follow without any gaps a very clear, very clean price action on the 15 minutes, and it's only useful if you are day trading. If you are not day trading, less than 4 hours, any time frame less than the 4 hours is not relevant for you. But if you're day trading, 15 minutes on the future, no gaps. And as you can see, we have this trend line that held the resistance for the higher highs since Friday, broke earlier today. Now this trend line needs to act as support. It was a very tough resistance, and all trend lines from resistance to support. Let's see if this trend line can hold the support together with the 44.22. And as you can see, I don't use any other indicators. All we use is the Fibonacci levels and trend lines. Before we continue, I want you all to take a minute and look. 1 second, bear with me. If you don't know, we have the Fibonacci's Academy playlist. Okay? Before you take any other course, before you take any other, these are my kids, my 2 daughters. Before you take any other course, before you take any other mentorship or any other thing for paid services, check my Fibonacci-Traders playlist, free Academy, 25, 26 videos on how to become a better trader on the technical side and, of course, on the mental side. Check it out, and you're more than welcome to like, subscribe, share with friends. Will be much appreciated. Help me grow this channel. Now, let's see where are we heading towards the trading day. SPY. Now the 432 on the daily. Let's see some comments. Thank you all. Thank you Asaf. Thank you Shlomi, Golan, Amit, Mark. Thank you very much. Avi. No, I still did not take Tesla. We will go over Tesla in 2 minutes. I'm waiting for the SPY. We had a bounce. We have an uptrend retracement towards a Fibonacci level. Now I'm waiting to see if bulls can take the charge again. I'm waiting for 2 or 3 days, 2 days above the 443, and then I will know that bulls are here and they are back. Why this level? Look left, this level was a very tough resistance over here and over here. So by natural things of price action, 443 will become the next resistance that everyone is looking for to see if bulls can take control back again. Qs also same thing. 340, 354 now is the support. I'm waiting for 2 days above the 370. Look left, all this level, the 370, 372. Only look left, very tough resistance over here. So if we want to know with high probability that bulls are back, we need a close above this area over here. Dow Jones 345 resistance. No need to be a great technical analysis, just look left, all this area, very tough resistance. So let's see continuation. Above it, we are heading towards 350. Why we look left all the time? Look at this candle over here. To the downside, just looking left, we see the same price action, but to the upside. Daniel, which gap? Let's see. Daniel is talking about a gap. We have an opening gap. This opening gap might get filled. Most of the opening gaps are getting filled throughout the first 1 or 2 hours. So pay attention for opening gaps. IWM 185 resistance, above it 188, below 181. High probability 176 gap will get filled. Bitcoin, nothing much, moving sideways. Ethereum, I'm going fast because I want you to ask questions, to have enough time to ask questions. Crude oil, we have this major resistance area to the upside between the 83 and the 85. Long continuation, in my opinion, weekly close only about above 85, and it's only my opinion. So do your own due diligence. Never follow anyone on social media, and it doesn't matter how many followers, subscribers, Twitter followers they have. Do not let anyone tell you what to do. It's your money, guys. It's your money. Take care of your money. SOXX, we are waiting for tomorrow's Nvidia's earnings coming up tomorrow after the closing bell. Good reaction, and in my opinion, we are heading towards the 585. Not the first reaction, yes, but in the coming days after. Bad reaction, and this trend line that is holding for now the higher lows since October 2022, as you can see here, 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 and here, will break to the downside. We have a gap here. This gap will still be open, and we are heading towards the 443 and maybe all the way towards 394. So pay attention, be prepared for both sides. Thank you, Autumn. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time and joining this live. I appreciate it very much. Apple, let's see continuation above the 171. Below the 171, below the red line, we are heading towards this gap over here. Nvidia, if you watched yesterday's recap video, We said good reaction, we are heading towards 560. Bad reaction, 374, 375 to the downside, and maybe continuation downside towards this gap over here. No one knows what will happen. No one knows what the market reaction will be. No one. It's all about expectations. And even so, and even then, market can do what he wants. So be prepared for both sides. I'm not holding anything through earnings. Tesla, open gap to the downside at the 218. Now, pre-market towards the 243, 243. Very tough resistance. Look left. Breaking up and above. And we can say bulls are back on Tesla. So let's see how Tesla will end this day. Still did not take any long on Tesla because we have this gap over here. I want to see how Tesla will react to this gap. Microsoft trying to bounce. Google. Trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. As I always say, no other indicator can give you this with this kind of accuracy. Purple trend line holding the higher lows since March. We have this trend line holding as resistance for the lower highs since end of July. Price action on Google getting tighter and tighter. Breaking to the downside, 123 gap will get filled. Breaking to the upside, where Google might be heading next. Guys, guys and girls, no need to guess. We take Fibonacci. We take swing low, swing high, above this trend line, 134 to the upside. And then we have 140 and 146 as next resistance. Let's see Meta bouncing. I want to see a close above, once again above the 300, and then we can say with high probability, bulls are back. Netflix, as you can see, trend lines are the true support resistance, and you always zoom out. Is it smart to zoom in as well? Didi, great question. I will answer it in 1 second. Trend lines helps us to identify that as long as this red trend line is holding, we are heading upwards. Is it time to go long on Netflix? In my opinion, we need a closing above 415, because 415, very important level of support. So now I want to see it as resistance, breaking above this resistance, closing above it, and then we can, with high probability, go long on Netflix using this trend line and the Fibonacci levels as our risk management. Yeah, I always zoom in, I always zoom out, but it all depends on the time frame that you are trading. If you are a swing trader, anything less than the 4 hours time frame is not relevant. If you are trading, if you are a day trader, for me at least, I'm looking on the 15 minutes. Let's go here. Now you can see broke to the downside. Next will be next support 44.17. I always look on the 15 and on the 65 minutes. It all depends on the time frame that you are using. Okay? Some people like to day trade on the 30 minutes. Perfectly fine. Some people day trade on the 15. Some people day trade on the 5. For me, it's more easy on the 15 and on the 65. It's only what works for you. Okay? I hope I answered this question. What do you think about, let's see. It's craziest stock of 2023. Where would you put a stop loss on Nvidia? First, as I said, First, it depends, are you in profit already? It all depends where you entered, where you bought. If you bought over here, if you bought over here, if you bought over here, it depends. Okay? I don't like, I will be straightforward. I close 100% of my positions before earnings, and it doesn't matter what's my P&L on this position. I'm closing it because no one knows. It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50% risk, and it's like a casino because Nvidia can go up towards here, 20% up, or she can fall down 30% to the downside. Easy. Okay? So I'm always closing 100% of my positions before earnings. Tomorrow, before the closing bell, I would close 100% of this position. If you want, you can leave maybe 10, 15, 20% of your initial position and put a stop loss. Where? It's up to you. It's all depends where you entered. Netflix, Head and Shoulders, might be. All depends if this trend line will hold. If this trend line breaks to the downside, we are heading towards 354, and then we have Head and Shoulders. Any more questions? I'm using log. Great question. I'm using log. It gives me a better point of view of price action. Each candle gets a better represent with log. WBD. Warner Brothers. Let's see what Warner Brothers are saying. The new Snow White is Warner Brothers, no? If I'm not mistaken. You're more than welcome, Tomer. Take a second, guys. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do. Follow me on Twitter. Check the links in the description below for more educational purposes. Now let's see WBD. Trend lines. We don't need Fibonacci. We don't need any other indicator. All these indicators without any doubt. You don't need to believe me, but during my first 2 years, I have been studying 90% of all these indicators and most of the strategies concerning these indicators, and no one tells you, no indicator can tell you where price might be heading next. WD, we have this trend line holding the lower highs, the higher lows, sorry, since December. Here. Now we have 2 consecutive dojis, a doji after a retracement of a trend line is the most significant signal that a trend reversal, in this case a bounce, might be happening. We can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. We can take also this low, and in my opinion, we need to wait for a daily close above 13, and then we can go long using this trend line and the Fibonacci as our risk management. Stop loss. The only thing we have full control of in trading is our stop loss. Risk management. Risk reward is 50-50, always. Why? Because no one knows what will happen next. No one. So when you hear I have a risk reward trading 1, 2, 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 2 to 6. How do you know what will be your reward? No one knows. All you know is where is your risk? How much are you willing to risk on each and every trade? Oh, no. I will be straightforward. No. You're talking about is pure FOMO. Okay? And it doesn't matter if it's Nvidia, Tesla, or any other stock, especially Nvidia. Stocks like Nvidia can go up 20, can go down 30. So your 5% or 5% to the upside or a stop loss of 7% will not catch. So straightforward, no. My opinion, Microsoft. Let's take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft, after gaining a huge bull trend, 50% since March, some kind of a pullback retracement, very healthy, now trying to bounce. 329, very tough test for the bulls. Just look left. No need Fibonacci, no need candles. Train your eyes to look left and where price might be heading next. Support and resistance, all this area, the 328 resistance. Why? Support, support. Let's go back to candles. Support, 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 support. Resistance. So by natural things of price action, 328 is the next major test for bulls. Above it, 2-3 days above it, we can say that bulls of Microsoft are next. APP will be the last one for this live, short live. I promise more lives during the week. I need to work more on these technical issues. APP, let's go to the weekly. Let's see what the weekly says. Two consecutive dojis. This doji just started. If you're not long yet, I would wait for a day or two closing above the 40. Look left. All this area, very tough resistance. The 40, 41, very tough resistance. You can also see like this. All this area, tough resistance. So maybe wait for a close 2-3 days above this red box, above the 42 even. I hope it answers your question. You're more than welcome, Shlomi. So I hope you found this live helpful. If you did, like, subscribe, share with friends. Check the links in the description below. Thank you very much for taking the time joining me this live. I hope and I promise to do more and more lives during pre-market preparation. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your evening.